Continuing reading out behind-the-scenes information associated with classic Doctor Who serial The Mind of Evil, sourced from the TARDIS data called Doctor Who's Fan Wiki. The production team were loaned a real but unprimed Bloodhound 2 SAGW missile for use as the Thunderbolt from the 36th Heavy Air Defence Regiment out of Horseshoe Barracks in Shoeburyness, Essex. In addition to a number of troops who would play the Master's men, 8 Marines had also been made available for the Dover Castle sequences. Christopher Combe, who played the Chinese delegate Fu Peng, was cast at the last minute when the original actor whose agent Combe was acting as was considered by Timothy Combe to be unsuitable. Fortunately, Combe had done some acting before turning to agency work and hurriedly learned the lines. Don Houghton's then wife, Pik Sen Lim, played Captain Chin Lee. She was in the early stages of pregnancy at the time, so her costume was adjusted. In a rarity for the early 70s, Chinese characters are played by Chinese actors. This is largely because Timothy Combe hated actors in yellowface because he felt it was unrealistic. And quite tasteless, obviously. The Master's henchmen were supposed to be wearing prison garbs, but they were played by soldiers in uniform, so Terrence Dicks added a line to episode 5 wherein the Master explained to Yates that the soldiers readying the Thunderbolt missile were hired mercenaries in fake uniforms. In the original script, the Brigadier was captured at Stanmore Prison along with the Doctor and Joe. Under the influence of the Master's hypnotism, he had the missile's route changed to enable the Master's men to hijack it. Originally, one of the weapons used by the Keller machine was the image of a Gorgon-like monster, which the Doctor eventually destroys by showing its own reflection in the mirror of the missile transporter. In the original script, Jo was subjected to the Keller machine, and her greatest fear turned out to be bats. The script originally played up the tension between the United States and China, with Chin Lee attempting to frame an American delegate for Cheng Taek's murder. Originally, the Keller machine was simply going to be just a machine. During rewrites of the episode, Terrence Dicks noticed that, due to plot holes that resulted from the editing process, it seemed to be acting like a self-willed, living thing, and decided to go with that. An early version of Episode 2's cliffhanger involved Chin Lee trying to blow up the peace conference using an explosive called Credolite. The Master's pseudonym was originally Emil Dalbiak before the surname was changed to Keller. The first name was also sometimes spelled Emil with an E at the end rather than no E. We'll read out a few more. The Keller machine was originally called the Malucifus box. Corporal Bell was originally a man named Bates. Costume designer Bobby Bartlett outsourced the assembly of the Stanmore prison uniforms to a freelancer who had recently left the well-regarded Bermans and Nathans. The individual was then arrested for theft from his former employees without completing his assignment. Bartlett was forced to visit him in prison in order to discover the location of the materials, which were then given to another costumier to finish the job. Goodness me. Yeah, we'll close it here, actually. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it really very immensely. We'll conclude this in part 6 of this retrospective. Thank you.